Good morning, all. To say I am off kilter this morning would be an incredible understatement. Being perfectly honest, I overslept, and Fantastic Sherlock Fox woke me up, and I feel like such a tool, but that's just the way life works. Alright, let's see what we've got going here. Things we can do today. We have, ooh, beautiful sun, apparently. Okay, let's see what we can do. Live. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick move of the iron farm, just while I adjust a couple pieces that I missed. So first things first. What else we got? You guys can hear. Okay, so my headphones decided that they were going to be uncharged, and that's my fault. So I'm just going to see if we can get any feedback to let me know whether or not you're getting double feedback from other things, or I will try to go without them and just see how it goes. I have not run without headphones. I don't know what I'm going to pick up. So, where? Escape. Right. I think I got everything going. Cross our fingers and hope we do.
Hello.
Good morning, Zerk. Yeah, if you could see my face right now, I would be dying of embarrassment because I had a really weird dream this overnight and I woke up way too early, and then when I doze off after that, I slept way too late. Like, yeah. Fantastic Sherlock Fox came in and checked in on me at 5 minutes before my stream, and I was still in bed. So yeah, he woke me up and I kind of freaked out a little bit, and then he says, well, it's probably better than missing your stream. I said, yeah, yes and no. It sort of is, and it sort of isn't. So, I am here. If you guys end up hearing too much stuff in the background, please do let me know. I can shut off some of the stuff that I'm monitoring. So hopefully we will be able to hear the stream correctly, but my AirPods, I did not realize that I did not charge them last night after a grand adventure out to do some dragon kills. So apparently the battery on the main case is a little bit too low, and I didn't notice that. Actually, call it a blonde moment. I feel even dumber now because I just realized the other end of the cable that's going to the AirPods case is not actually plugged into my computer at the moment. Wow. If this was a Monday, it would be quite the Monday kind of Monday. Yeah, that's my computer making noises saying, you have plugged things in. Boy. One of those days where, you know, you would need coffee to make coffee, but you have to get up to make the coffee. And just isn't doing that. I don't recall that item auto shouting you out, so that's quite funny. Sorry, Zerk. Okay, well, thank you very much for being more on the ball than I am. Mods are awesome sometimes. Oh, all the time. So this is part of the reason why we have come and go mods, is because they shout themselves out to make life interesting. Alrighty. Yeah, so take a look at my sounds. I had a very brief opener that then I realized there was a whole bunch of stuff wrong that I hadn't turned on. So I shut it down and started the stream up again. But the very brief opener was I think about 4.5 minutes long, almost 5 minutes long, and I couldn't get myself organized in that space. Like I was rapidly turning things on and realizing my go live notice was way out to lunch, and yeah, it's been snowballing. Okay, so anyways, I'll get off that point. It's gonna bug me, but I think I won't harp on it any further. We have trains to do. So, people on the weekend were highly concerned. I had a few people mention it, that, or the hum of that is annoying. They were highly concerned that we would get mobs on the top of the train. So, in addition to finishing off the observation car, which I'll just take a quick go around the end of. So this car is essentially the same as the previous two, but we chopped off the end a little differently. Around the back. But people were concerned that we might get mobs spawning on the top. So we're still gonna have mobs in some places, but I've gone across the top of all of the train except for the locomotive to put down another snow layer, a single layer of snow across the whole thing, so that you wouldn't see it on top of the snow blocks. But yet that should help against the mobs. Should, unless I've been asleep at the switch with things that people have been saying. I'm just going to run back quickly and grab some black carpet, because that way we can finish off the top edge of the locomotive to spawn-proof it, and then we can start putting things inside. Have any black carpet handy? That's not wool carpet. There we go. Make as you need, right? So I'm not going to bother too much with scaffolding. I'm not going to bother too much with moving the beacon right now. Just for the inside of the train, we probably won't need a whole lot of super speed or tear down speed or whatever. And I'm going to figure out where I want to build the next piece after this, so that I can decide where to put the beacon. But I think after the train's done, I'll put it back past the magnifying glass again. Possibly maybe up by the... no, probably past the magnifying glass to sort of center it. And then we'll see where we go from there. So I've added stairs to the outside of everything, just because, I mean, you'd have a platform to be able to get up to the train. But rather than building an entire train station, which would block the view of the train, I just put the stairs out there. And I mean, if you were stopping in the middle of like podunk nowhere on a train these days, you may end up just with stairs like that. Sort of like gangway stairs for an airplane. Yeah. Alright, there did. Ooh. Okay. So black carpet up against black in a see-through interface. Yeah, not such a bright move at the moment. Okay. Glenn must be sleeping. So I think for this one might be easier if I just put the torch down. Just because
Hello.
only the top surface of this pool actually shows this morning, so here we go. Thank you, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Extra special shout out to you for being awesome. Thank you for waking me up. Yeah. Actually, this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll leave that there for now, but in terms of spawn proofing, I may end up having to change out one of these blocks. Make it something, because I'm only seeing the top, make it something that is like a light source, and then put a carpet on top of it, just so that you don't see the torch growing. I'm thinking a torch sitting on top of your coal car doesn't work realism-wise. Frankly put, if you were to do that, in some trains you'd blow yourself up, because you'd light the coal on fire. So that's not ideal. Lightest. More carpet here. I have more than I need, but that's okay. I have more sheep than I need. Alright. Oops. No spiders, please. There we go. In this case, Fantastic Sherlock Fox's shoutout is very, very accurate. So, it's nice to have him available to help out. Moderator, and apparently has an alarm clock in some cases. So yeah, Dell feels like such a tool at the moment. But, you know. Okay, so... one of the things I'd like to do, I haven't done any research on, but I'd like to do something with this wall for the inside of the cab, but I actually don't have an experience with what that should look like. So I need to do some homework on that one. And I've been to our local heritage park, rather literally called Heritage Park, and inside their trains. I mean, I've seen the inside of the trains, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be similar to the one that we've got going for the VSOE. So, sorry, Venice Simplon Orient Express. I should probably clarify that. And these, I think these are slabs. Yeah, those are slabs. Okay, I'm okay. Don't need to carpet a slab or snow a slab. No. I guess I could button them, but I don't think I have any blackstone that would look half decent. Alrighty. Got about done on the top of this. Yeah, I can't see anywhere else the train might spawn baddies. Something weird glowing there. But this is actually kind of a neat view, so let me just get down. Nope. This is if this particular train was pulling up at night. It would look kind of like that, except you need to have some actual lanterns in here rather than just torches. Go away. Make life interesting, right? Where'd you go? But I'm wearing my diamond armor again. For a second there, I thought I was wearing iron. So last night my time anyways, we were doing some dragon kills to open up more portals on the server, and to make life interesting, which I really appreciated, we were making, we were having everybody wear unenchanted iron armor, using an iron sword. You could have a shield if you wanted it, and you had an unenchanted bow. There was tons of arrows and stuff, so it wasn't a big deal. But we made short work of a bunch of knockback for the win. There we go. Or punch or whatever it is. I never remember the difference between the swords ones and the other ones. Anyway, so we... No tickets! So we had some fun opening up some portals there, and it was really a blast. I enjoyed it. So we ripped, no bad puns intended, we ripped through some of the mobs, or not mobs, the dragons really fast. I think it was just because we had about 8 or 9 of us there. So while that level of increased difficulty is definitely a challenge for some, and we had additional deaths. I mean, you get chucked way up in the air and stuff. Unfortunately, that number of people just working together manages to get things done a little bit faster, and we survived a bit better than we probably would have otherwise. Yes, good point, Zerk. That would be fantastic. Probably some buttons, buttons and levers, I think. No idea what that would really look like, so I'll probably have to take a look at some of Drema's work, or someone else that I follow. Let's see what we've got. Oh, blast furnace. Do I have any spares? Oh, well, that's fine. Cobble, where did I put the cobble? That was a cobblestone furnace. Then... Yes. Stone and... There, and iron in this... Oh, I know where I've got iron. Got a whole box full. I've been in here working on trading books in between. We're working on a few things. I've got 5 more to drop off at the bookshop, so we may actually have... We'll see if we can take time to make time, I should say, to turn them in. Get them down there. Blast furnace. Blast furnace. I know I've got buttons. I know I've got sticks. Buttons. Wrong ones. Those ones. Buttons. Levers is not something I've made a whole bunch of in advance, so... There we go. Green. 17 will do. Thinking about a dozen, just feed them in various places. Work. Do... Oh, probably a couple of those just for gauges and such. These are the sea lanterns I won last night as part of my dragon egg incubation kit. So egg not included. So we've got sea lanterns, and then there was a campfire, a bunch more of the scaffolding, and a couple pieces of wheat. So I think I have a cow as a result of all of that. So really we ended up with a cow incubation kit. Why do I... Oh right, dark oak. Okay. I keep going back and forth to the main house. Maybe I think I know where I'm going to put the base beacon and put it in between the train and the main house, just so I can pick up on the speed and back off. I still have to go get rid of the Ender people. They were not hired, so they need to be fired. I don't think spicy orange juice would work in this case. Oh. Wink. Yeah, for sure blast furnace on that one. Okay. But put a lever on each side for now, and then we can always change it up later. One over here, one over there. Buttons. Buttons, buttons. An item in the middle. We'll go with that for now. Doesn't look very trainy, but it'll start. Hit the start. What we need. I'm going to start with the dining cars and observation car at the other end, because that's one that I get to wing it, what it looks like or what it feels like inside. Simply because I could take I could take the time to do the sleeper cars, but I haven't got the beds made, so that'll be a bit of a delay on timing. What we got? If I squirrel too much, I think we're going to end up dropping off the books, just so I've got space in the inner chest. You're seeing some weird expressions this morning just because I'm stopping for coffee. After a crazy late wake up, then I need to moving. It's kind of creepy seeing the motion capture from my Apple phone when I'm trying to drink coffee. It just sort of sits there holding its mouth open. And that's odd because I know I'm shoving something in it, but still it's weird. Okay, we've got... I wish they would tell you which enchanted books, particularly if the chest has the whole... as the whole kind, whole thing. Okay, empties. I'm just gonna put a bunch of the stuff down that I was using for the cobble one. Using for the bookshop build, and see if there's anything in there that might be useful. I suspect there would be, but okay. Go. Randoms. I don't know what that is. Not that, not that, not that. Okay. What did I just dumbly do with my bow?
Hello.
Good morning, PP Zerk. I did. Yes, you probably heard that I made a cow. And I didn't lose my watch in the process. For those of you who've seen City Slickers, that would make sense. But yeah, I did actually like it. Could have been weirder. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do with most of the other prizes. I did actually look through a few of them. And then I felt kind of like I was being peeky, so I decided not to look in. But I did have a look at some of those boxes earlier on, and I was thinking, there's no way I would know what to do with half of this stuff. So at least that one I could figure out what to do with. The lanterns and stuff I haven't quite got that, but actually that might be a great lighting in the front of the train for what I was just talking about, was lit up something with the carpet over top. And may not do that in the rest of the train, just we'll have to see how the lighting color goes, because the lantern lights are a little bit of a strange color. Oh, of course. I'm going, I'll just line them up all along here. Yeah, not so much. Only one block difference, but still, it's enough for Delenn to be like picky. But I had a grand time last night. Thank you very much. And so, reminder to Delenn and anybody else watching Delenn at that point in time: he's a bit of a goofball and doesn't remember to sleep. So yeah, sleeping is apparently overrated. I didn't. Couches. And did I put the sticks back. Oh man. Thinking I need signs, and yeah, well. Oak trapdoor, we can go some oak. Regular doors. You know, I seriously wish we could actually lay those down flat, because that would make a great dining table. Is to lay down your door flat on top of like fence posts. That'd be kind of cool, but no. That would be too easy. Stone, why do I have random stone? Oh wait, that's a random box. Never mind. This one I haven't painted yet, but this magenta one is sort of color that never really seems to represent anything in the game, because we don't really have a whole lot of pink stuff. So it's my, you've got random junk, dump it here box. Until I run out of space. Okay. That. Oh, shroom lights. Problem solved. Okay, so I'll take those. No. Actually, yes, I have a purpose for these. As weird as they are, I do have a purpose for those. Okay, jack-o'-lanterns. Actually, that'd be really fun to put in the ceiling, so let's take these back out. And where did I put the... Oh, they're in the other building. Okay, never mind. It's not gonna work. Big deal. Snow. Oh, I don't have snow with me. That means I can't be messing around with the ceiling. Come on. Back and forth. In addition to needing a round to it, I probably need some sort of back and forth. I don't know what a back and forth would look like. But, yeah. Actually, if I got really idle, DC's cross stitch on Minecraft thing reminded me that I I had been thinking about building a great big circle on the ground out of pixel art that just simply says "to it," because then I have a round to it. But I wasn't really sure where I wanted to put it. Oh, blank. Okay, that's good. I'll go with the carpet. And the ceiling, and I need snow. No. The reason I needed my snow back is so that if I take things out in the ceiling and forget to still touch it, then I can put the snow layer on the roof successfully again. Sleep. Guess my auto shutout works. This morning, though, PPZerk, your shout out about what would I do without you is really apt as well for Fantastic Sherlock Fox, because, yeah, I'm still getting really bugged by that. Ooh, people don't normally do that. Oak tabletops might look pretty cool. I'm gonna go with this. Something a little different. And I'm gonna need some fence posts, so why make them if I've got them? Oh, a sign. Yeah, that's really not helpful. Acacia fence? No, they won't turn out right. Fence. Actually, birch legs might be kind of nice. And it might look too light, but I can always throw it in and then see how things go. What I really want to do... I'm gonna make some extra high tables, I think, just because it's a look I've been meaning to try, but we'll see how tall the tier is. I don't think I'm gonna have space. Maybe I'll leave that for the bookshelf, the extra high tables. Signs. Where's sign? That out there. Might as well start with the good old classics. Browns and oranges might go. No. Not for furniture. Okay, I need sticks for sign. Trying to decide what color I want the couches to be. Any. Yeah. A little bit. I know I've got some more elsewhere, but one of the things I don't like about, I think it's more Java than Bedrock. You guys who play both would have to correct me. But I think in one of the two versions of the game, you can actually take a look through your recipe book, regardless of whether or not you got the right table. It could even just be a mod thing that I'd forgotten about. Okay, enough random junk in here. Yeah. Go with it and see where we go from here. Only have. Oh, I know why. Okay. Any more? Ooh, jungle would look cool, but I really don't want to burn those ones. Roof table? I'll think about it while we're right there. Sorry, derail. Wow. I am squirreling more than Doug. It's crazy. So I've got a picture in my head of what I want the interior of the train to look like, which is totally not what it should look like. But part of it is that I have to simplify. And strangely enough, the picture in my head actually has characters in it, like from one of the movies, and I don't know. I think it's from the 1974 movie, but I also don't know where I got the idea. Okay, so how many windows? 1, 2, 6, 7, 10, 12, but they're not quite even. Okay. Yeah. Why not? Let's put a lot of lights in this thing. Second window, maybe? If I do this... Yeah, that's what I figured I would have happen. I'm gonna have to snow layer the roof, but that's okay. Where this? I'm gonna put one in this. Oh, crumb. That's not what I wanted. Oops. Okay, scratch that idea. Wow. Can't believe I was thinking that. I forgot that these melt with pumpkins. And then when it comes down, then of course it's going to do exactly what we just saw. And the thing is, you can't even give them clothing or something, so it's not like I could have just hired him as a conductor and called it a day. Bakes were made. Okay. Back to the Shroomlight plan. Same thing. Oh, Shroomlights are going to melt it too. Shoot. Okay. I think... I'm just... Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to do a derailment here while I think. Because I have to figure out how I want to do that. I gather then for the snow layers on top, the designer Crafty Fox did not intend the interior to be filled in. Yeah. Make these back into blocks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to keep these. I'm going to mess up the inside, but get rid of those. Get rid of those. I have no idea where I put those Shroomlights. Oh, they're in the crazy box. Okay. So for now, rather than redoing the roof, yeah, let's. I need to derail and think for a minute. So I think what I'm going to do is I've got 3, 4, 5 boxes that I can drop off at the shop. So I think I'm going to do that just while I figure it out. Okay. But first I'm going to make sure I have signs, because I don't remember whether I was using oak signs or birch signs. So that might help a little bit. Oop. Then that's not a backpack. Birch planks, please. I know I have a gazillion birch planks, but they're just in a box. I just put out. Not to be where I need them to be. More signs you can shake a stick at, huh? Goes away then. Okay, great. Lock. Want that. These. Wool. I'm gonna need that much black wool while I'm running around. Concrete. Come on. Alright. So this give us at least enough space to get done. Yeah, it's not a perfect solution, but it will get something done for a minute or two. I have a partial box going in the building here, and I just want to make sure I didn't have a full one sitting beside it. Nope. No partial. Put it in here. That portion, it's extra. And we're off. I love how when you've got, like, the Podzol looks muddy to me. And then so when I see the pig in the distance in the long grass, it's kind of like he's wallowing in something or other. Even though there's no Podzol out there. But, yeah. Oh, actually, while I'm here, I can double trip and go retrieve a horse. Maybe. And the reason I say maybe is I am absolutely rusty at getting it through the portal, so it'll get brought back and stuck on a fence post, probably. It's the derailment we don't need, so maybe I'll leave that for later. One of those days where I'm glad it's Thursday. I won't get a whole lot of time to play this weekend, which is a little disappointing. Maybe I'll play a bit on Sunday before we clobber some dragons or something, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to our Science Center sleepover with my kids. Really am, but I also have a bit of a Minecraft addiction at the moment, so kind of wishing I could do both, and it just doesn't actually. Wow, those look cool in 3D. 3D-ish, I think. Yes, I know I'm not wearing the right hat. Leave me alone. Don't call your cousins, please. Alrighty. It was a good thing I didn't have a sign last night. I had a blast with the dragons and stuff, but then something, I don't know, for some reason took a bit of a dive afterwards. That corner is going to drive me bananas. All the kinds of fence I don't have in my inventory, dark oak is one of them. Okay, the reason that corner would, oop, wrong way. The reason that corner would drive me bananas is purely because I'm gonna come out and put a, yeah, okay, I'm gonna build a scarecrow out there at some point. The reason that corner would drive me bananas is just because we have snowier snow, just off the path, and that particular spot, keep walking off of it. Aquarium, stop. Squirrel. It's funny when you go into the aquarium and you can't really see much at that point. That's interesting. They've... Okay, for a second there it looked like they snowed in the aquarium. Weird. Alrighty, okay. Actions to... Ah! Oh! Oops. Oops, oops, oops. I was not supposed to have carrots. Not a good thing. Okay, well, figure out what I broke later. Where am I? I'm in the rabbit patch. I don't think it's meant to be called that. It go out the other side. Wow. You? Not. And why am I lost in Spawn Town? That's just dumb. I don't usually end up in Spawn Town after dark with my texture pack on, so it feels really... Alrighty then. So I've done this a couple times on camera, but here we go again. Oh, go away. Your timing is incredibly terrible. You come for... I'm gonna try and shoot a carrot at you, apparently. Away. Uh-huh. Like that. Fits. There. Oops. Done that a few times. Okay. Want you coming after me, so go away. Alright. Bookshop. I still need to fix the lighting in this one. Bing. Had all those ideas for trapdoors and I didn't bring them. What a goof. Okay. Well, you probably see what I see that I forgot. Okay. So, and Q. 2, 3. Fine. Eat. Not quite what I meant. I have nobody to blame but myself. I need 5 things, but it's easier for me to those. Oh, and apparently I left my shield in the box too. Oh, go away. I have no interest in you. No interest in you whatsoever. There, that might help. Nice. Enchanted, enchanted. Boat, I don't need that. Helmet. Not me, that's the piglins. They're the ones I do not like following me. Okay. That's the backup shield. I have a gazillion... Is it gazillion? I have a bunch of points now. Levels, so I should... Oh, never mind. Bother to rename that the emergency box. He's got an in-progress shulker monster. Love it. It's a mini monster. Okay. That in there. Perfect. Alrighty. I can get out. Can I get in? We're still gonna have skeletons hanging around because I've got enough trees around that spot. So the path needs to be at some point connected up to everything else. I don't know where I derailed and didn't do that, but I only got this far, stopped at the beacon, and then somehow my brain thought there was a path on the other side. Just need to fix that, finish it. Okay, what did I do there? That's weird. Huh, I don't remember doing that. Well, I'll have to bring a bookshelf back from another place. God. Or book down and see what we've, or boxes down and see what we've got. There's no real organization to this whatsoever. I've actually just printed out a big list of all the possible books. I'm checking them off as I build them. Oh, one too many things. The scaffolding. Oh, okay, what's this one? This is Sweeping Edge. Sure. Let's see. To find, I guess. Where I want. Probably not. Let's start with. Be random. Let's just start over here. Not random, but I'm trying to decide whether I like the top row of books, bookshelves way up there, or whether I don't like the ones at the bottom and want to go just plain down there. So. Ooh, I need that one. That up there for now. Make sure I put them in there. Yep. That was. Lemons each. Okay. They're expensive, but as I said, it's a little bit like a 7-Eleven. Sweeping Edge. E? D. E/EA. And by the time I actually get this place filled, I fully expect that everybody who needs things will have already got them and it'll be cheaper elsewhere. So I'm totally on board with that. One's empty. Fortune 3. It's more the principle of the thing, if that makes any sense. Oops. $2D per each. More signs, please. Oh, shoot. I did use oak signs. These ones. Sweeping Edge 3. Wow. Oops. One of these signs is not like the other. Two diamonds. Yeah, that doesn't help. Yeah, I think that's okay. I could go with spruce. That might look okay. Might even change all those signs out at some point. But not today. Not today. Fortune 3. Good for each. The birch ones. Yeah. Looting. Better be looting 3. including I had an unfortunate discovery of some of my librarians. Aside from knowing that I don't have all the ones I need, 22? Wow, that'd be expensive. 2 diamonds each. Go. So one of the unfortunate discoveries I had was that some of the librarians I have, I was so intent on getting all of the enchantments I thought I would need that some of them I stopped earlier just to make sure I had that type of enchantment. And so I've got some that aren't actually full level. The stuff I brought here is full level, and it's going to be start with. But yeah, that means that I either risk fighting with another librarian, which takes quite a long time, or I can keep going sort of as I'm going, but then it just makes the books far more expensive for me to make, time consuming to make. So can't win them all. Okay, 2 diamonds. And I mean, some of this pricing can shift as well. It's all totally negotiable for people, so I'm not too bothered if somebody says, I don't really like your price. I really think that book's worth whatever. Like, okay. Did I really? Yes. I really put it in, then I put it back. Wow. Alright. The other thing is sometimes one of the differences for sure between Bedrock and Java is that on Bedrock, when you're doing looking at enchantments, there's far more times when you're going to see the level of the enchantment written. So like, we won't just see mending, you'll see like mending 1, which gives an implication that there's a higher level. It really isn't. I hope I actually know what that one. Two diamonds each. Don't hit the caps lock button. Go. Alrighty, so let's make sure all these boxes are empty and then get out of here. This one. Okay, great. There's a lot of things that I sort of just haven't bothered to take the time to do, and that here. That means that I could potentially take a whole bunch of stuff. No. I could actually do things like run back and grab a whole bunch of shulkers and stuff like that. Change the placement, you monkey. Grab a whole bunch of shulkers from like the farm and have extra shulkers, but at the moment I just want one of those things that wasn't higher priority on my list. So I actually have not taken the time to do that. So I'm still working on the original batch of shulker shells that was given to me earlier on, and some of them are in my storage and some of them are available for transport. But not all of them are available for transport. Yeah, that'll do for now. It's starting to look like there's something in here. Doesn't look like it when I put mending and the Silk Touch books up top like that. But I think if I've got some going like that, that should work. Okay. Close this. Back to... Close, yeah, that's still my placeholder. Not supposed to show the insides. Well. Alright. So did I get any thinking done? Not particularly. Up in here is where I'm going to be doing the taller tables and stuff. I've got the height to do it. Do I have... Actually, parts. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Got the scaffolding, I've got the trap doors, one fence, two fence. Pressure plates probably will look small in that case. Oak trapdoors might work. So something like oh, that's going to connect to the wall. Oh well. There. Now, the idea, in theory, just to make it look okay. This. No, not that way. Okay, fine. Then we'll put a second one on top. Do. I have no idea what's playing right now. I think it's a Harris Heller, but we'll see when it actually changes to a new song, because this is really weird music. That one. You can sort of see where the concept's going on that, and it makes it a smidge easier to pretend you're in a chair. But I don't know if a pressure plate is actually going to work in this scenario. Yeah, actually, that's... Ugh. I mean, that's a bar table, all right, but yuck. Sizing is just all wrong. Try and move this one. No, not that. There. Oh, that way. Here. That. If pressure plates can be stuck on the edge of other. I never know until you try. Nope, so it's going to be oak tabletop. In that case, I might actually start going spruce, because then with the spruce ones, they actually look more solid, whereas the oak tabletop has holes in it. But this is just a proof of concept at the moment, so... There, here, there... I know that's going to be weird, but... Oh, come on. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Being shorter than the table feels weird. Well, anyways. That's something to figure out another day. Fix this though, because it's going to bug me. Just coming in here. I like the chair concept. It's just that the whole bar stool thing. Anybody need a booster seat? That would be kind of funny. Gotta figure that one out, so yeah. Okay, so I needed those for other things. Let's pull them back out again. I'm gonna leave it here, then I realized, nope, I want them for the train. But after we finish the inside of the train, the next plan is to come back out here and decorate this, because at the moment, it's very empty. Uh-oh. Disposable. Alright. I think I've scrolled enough. Go back and try and do some train, because we've got blown half the stream already. Boom. Looks a little weird. Gotta figure out what to do with this. I mean, based on how it's off the side like that, and sort of not really connected to much of anything in the rest of the room right now, or rest of the area, was working on bookshop ideas for title, and it's possible to call it like the Book Nook or the Hideaway or something like that. Not confirmed on that title yet, but that's just, but everything's a work in progress until you decide you've had enough and it looks good enough. Oh, right, I'm what we were looking at yesterday. Okay. Funny, I was thinking I had a, not last night, but the other night I had a weird dream that I was stuck in Minecraft for real.
Hello.
Hello, Grief. Good evening. Glad to see you here. And okay, I got the safety hat. Yeah, where was I going with that? Oh, did I want, while I'm here? No, not worth it. I've derailed enough. So, you can see in this texture pack, I mean, things like TNT light up quite nicely. When we're headed to the end, that's this one. But as you can see, it doesn't look like your typical end portal texture, particularly not when you stand back. So I was looking at these things last night going, where am I supposed to go? And my brain didn't see this one. I mean, there's not much difference between this and the button down below. So instead of an end portal Skelly Farm, when I screwed up, I had a little bit of fun before, on the way out, not after I slept wrong. But I figured, oh, well, you know, shulkers are from the end, maybe it was the end. But this says shopping center, which is kind of funny because that's the amusing roller coaster that is here. Rather than walking on your own two legs, it just goes up and around and up and around and comes back on the top of the shopping center building and then in the far side. That's really all it does, and it drops you right at the portal. So I love it. It's amusing to ride, but it definitely was not a good time saver last night. So yeah. Maybe the D in Deland stands for derp some days. I don't know. We'll see. Once I figured it out where I was supposed to go, it wasn't a big deal, except that I've had to go to the end a couple of times just because the other derp was I didn't sleep. So I kept respawning at my base, having to take the train back. Feeling like a dope. But hey, I made it back out for several of them. Yeah, I'll cop to it, Creef. The shoutout is automatic. So the bot I have can either use a bot account or it can go through the broadcaster's account. And the bot account is just a second account that you've built in, like that you've made in Twitch. And I figured I really didn't like the notion of having a bot account. One of the things is it makes it a little bit too easy if something happened and somebody else figured out the login for the account. Then I wouldn't notice that it was behaving inappropriately until, I don't know if I would ever notice actually. I wouldn't notice it behaving inappropriately because it would be behaving quote unquote as a bot when it's not being a bot, which, yeah. Okay, so we got the front end. What was I looking for? There was something I was looking for while I was here. Doo-doo-doo. Better put away the extra shulkers before I get out there, or I know I've got an end chest out there, but my brain just doesn't want to separate those two factors. So the right-hand side is all the empty shulkers. Left has stuff in it, but it may not be useful for what we're doing. Dark oak tabletops might not be bad. In this texture pack, the dark oak ones have holes in them, but in the regular game they don't, so I'm not going to worry about it. The birch trapdoors. Oh, yeah. So in this texture pack, they all have matching ones, but in vanilla, they actually have a white center, so that birch tops might look okay too. Is that bot I mentioned a client side of my computer? Yes, it is. It's an app that I run. StreamerBot is definitely a client side one. Stormy mentioned a while back, and a few people have picked up on using Firebot, and that's also client side on your computer. In all honesty, if something like Stream Elements or Nightbot will do what you want. My recommendation is to start there. I just started having ideas for things I wanted to do that my bot was unable to do. I looked at Firebot to see if it could do what I wanted to do, and it couldn't. So I got all techie. So I worked what, 5 years as a tech support technician in a company that, I mean, technically it was, or officially it was an internet service provider, but it really wasn't everything, and that actually was their tagline, was everything internet. And with the everything internet, we really did. We worked on people's computers from like wiring on up, and so I always was a bit of a tweak kind of personality. So I run an Apple phone and an iPad because they just work, but at the same time, my Windows machine right now is more or less souped the way I want it. And then it's more or less that way. Put in, there we go. Here, no. Lights. I'm gonna have to go up on the roof. Okay, so we're gonna put the. So my computer's more or less the way I want it, but I definitely needed a bit of help from ITT Tom initially to see what is it I should be able to expect my computer to do with regards to streaming, and then carefully forced it to do that. But it wasn't an easy thing to do. I didn't try a standalone bot that runs only on my computer until after I without the carpet. Big sigh. So I didn't try a standalone bot that runs directly on my computer until after I got my new machine, which can handle far more. So I'm temporarily feeling comfy, financially, and that I don't mind saying is because in the first year of the pandemic, around about October, my grandmother passed in town here, and she so she left a small chunk for each of her kids, and that's just the way the paperwork went, that she had set up everybody to get a small slice. So that was initially what was going to go towards my computer. Like, we were looking at doing it anyways, but it would have been a lot harder for us to, or I shouldn't say a lot harder, but it would have been a bit more of a challenge for us to get that done, like for us to cash flow. But with her help, I was able to get the computer, and I felt a little guilty about it at the time because I wanted to buy outdoor gear and stuff because she was a travel trailer enthusiast. But really, my husband correctly pointed out that she would have enjoyed me doing something with it that I liked, that I actually found fun, that made me happy, and that was, he was very right about that. But anyways, so that's what I did with it. And then turned out, well, my uncle, or one of her sons, predeceased her by a good margin. But she was in a state at that point in her life where she couldn't change her will, let's put it that way. She was in a home, and so of course not fit to be able to make that decision. And so we had this extra chunk. And what the other brothers decided to do was they decided to, I'm going to come back with a carpet for that. There we go. What the other brothers decided to do was they took the remaining chunk, and rather than just splitting it up amongst themselves, they actually decided that they were going to split it up amongst all of the people, including the grandkids, because there was only ever 2 grandkids, myself and my brother. The uncle never had any kids, and the other remaining uncle, for reasons unknown, chose not to have kids. Well, that's the story that goes around. I mean, there's rumors to the contrary, but anyways, long story made short, so I had a bit more drop in my lap, and that made me more comfortable doing the computer. I didn't, get like the super top end of the line, but I'll just throw up the F3 screen, which you guys can't see at the moment all that easily. Oh yeah, you can see part of it. So I've got some pretty, I've got a Ryzen 7 in here and a 3080 from GeForce. I didn't build the computer myself. I did go with a pre-built, but spent a few months looking at various different pre-builts to decide what I wanted before I went ahead and did it. And I forget. Oh, white wool. Ugh. Have enough of it. So yeah, that's where the computer went, and part of why it's able to handle bots and whatnot is because I had a brief windfall that allowed me to pick a higher end one than I would have otherwise. But now that I've got that computer, then I can actually do things like external bots that have auto shoutouts and have the bot run 8-ball games locally rather than online. I'm not against Stream Elements, just making that clear. However, oh, notice that was full. I have to upgrade these. But yeah, I'm not against Stream Elements by any stretch of the imagination. I definitely like it. It's just that it couldn't do everything I wanted it to do. So that's really what it came down to. The other part is I wanted to be able to have it react to things. Like, one of the pieces that will take some time for me to put together, I need to start figuring out how to train the computer in the first place. But if I can get my Windows Windows voice recognition trained properly, then, this one, oh shoot, what's the program called? Remember? Come on, Delan, get in the building. Cheaper. Go inside. Gonna need to do the roof anyways, so let's just do the roof. But one of the things that this bot can do is it works with a program that the creators have called Twitch Speaker. And what that actually does is it takes your Windows commands and it there we go. Not Windows, sorry, let me correct that. It makes use of your Windows voice recognition, and it will actually use that to run commands. So I can actually, in theory, do things by voice. So I could tell it to shout out Creep, and it would go ahead and do it. I have to set up the triggers in voice. And more importantly, I have to train the voice part of the computer to understand me. And Windows voice recognition by default is really rather janky. And you can train it to be better, to recognize your voice. And what I'm planning to maybe just figure out how to turn it on during streams so that as I prattle about, it can try and figure out what's going on. But I want to make sure two things. First off, that it's not going to be too resource heavy in its learning process. And second is that I want to make sure that its responses are in a place that I can, or like a way that I can take a look and just glance and see if it's understanding me correctly, or if I need to enunciate more. Like when my voice starts going out, I know my enunciation goes south. But I want to be able to do that without it distracting from the stream, because the whole point to being able to stream is to be here for you guys, like enjoy myself, of course, but be here without distracting from everything else. So yeah. Now I did the snow because I still want the snow look on the top, but unfortunately, of course, with lighting inside, it's going to melt all the snow, or I end up with snow golems. So yeah, that wasn't high on my list. No to the snow golems. I'm just going to throw up some white wool instead, and hopefully as we go, then I can put up the lanterns, and after the fact put up the snow on the layers that aren't going to get crazy melted. I can give it a try, see where things go. Room lights in the ceiling for now. I think I like that color a little bit better than... I think it's not hanging lights. I thought about doing hanging lights, but then I realized that the clearance for being able to do a lot of other decoration just wouldn't be there. I can always change out the hanging lights if I change my mind partway through the decoration process. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. So you can see that I've got a few different things. As DC points out, it's a lot easier for streaming, particularly if you're not doing it all the time, to just set it up in a bot like Stream Elements chat and just let it go. Like, I totally agree with his sentiment on that one. I also don't want to complicate things for people, so that's... Just because I can doesn't mean that everybody else has to. I only shared that information in the spirit of when we first started the Content Creators channel. People were saying, hey, here's a neat tool I use. You know, or if you've got the power to do it, you can do some really funky things. But of course, he's dead right that the key needs to be content from the person. And one of the other reasons I don't mind being quite so complicated with my stream is that sometimes having funky things go off or not work properly has been fodder for conversation, and I need to find a different way of doing that. I put every window? It's supposed to. So this one's right. Here, skip a window. There, skip a window. There, skip a window. There. I should have skipped this one. But yeah, it's become fodder for conversation, and it wasn't intended to tell everybody, hey, here's the best thing since sliced bread. I was a little worried that it was taken that way. It may not have been, but that's just how a little worried about it. Sometimes I think people who have the experience doing YouTube videos where there is no feedback when you're recording, and there's very little feedback in quiet chats as well on a stream. But when there's very little feedback while you're recording, I think some of those YouTube creators have an advantage because they get used to talking to themselves or talking to the wall or mirrors or whatever it is that they choose to use. That's not bad, really. Then go with the oak one. The oak is going to remain see-through no matter what pack you've got. So yeah, I mean, I guess part of it was that it's nice to see what people can do with it, and truthfully, I have trouble figuring out who's talking in a lot of situations. Like, I actually didn't on the weekend. I just sort of last night just kind of held my tongue and went with it to try and decide who was talking when we were doing the dragon fights. It's just, I'm not good at that. I don't differentiate sounds like that very well. A lot of it just, it takes time. I have to get to know people's voices. And some I know, like Stormy's I recognize, Yuki's I'm starting to recognize, though that was a new thing. And so I just didn't know who it was, and I realized, somebody random's dropped in my stream who didn't know anybody either, then that could be a challenge for them to be able to figure out who's talking. Oh, actually, no, this isn't the one I want. Ouch is in this one. This is the observation end of the car where you can go out. Ah! You can apparently go out and close the door on yourself. Yep. Okay, I'm not going out there apparently. I need a longer button. I know that stone is the shortest, so I really should just put a different type out there. Let's start with... I left all my stairs outside. Wow. Can she get out? Chopping out the door. Yes. I think it was partly the pressure plate on the other side that's a problem. I have trouble getting to know whose voice is whose, and sometimes when I'm watching other collab streams where they're using Discord as their interface, I still have trouble figuring out which one's which. Obviously I shouldn't say obviously, for mine streams it's clear who's talking because my little animated something does movement. Sorry, coffee drink. But for some other streams, I don't know who's who. And it can sometimes derail because they're like, hey, I'm way over here. Who's on what? What now? Where'd you go? You know? And that didn't make sense to me, so that's why I mentioned the one that Discord gives you so you can see who's talking. Figured that might be useful to more people. Nobody else has to use it, I don't care, but I just figured that might be useful. I can't remember what the third thing was I mentioned, some other tool or toy or whatever. Right, stairs, birch. White couches? Yeah, close enough. And I wanted doors. I don't know what I want. Actually, go with sort of a different tone. Oh, yeah. Informationally, I'm in a savanna, but I've got a texture pack that doesn't seem to pay attention to that. You can be standing in the savanna where it's totally not raining, and you're getting water droplets and flooding puddles. It just feels weird, but I like the way the rest of it looks, so I put up with that particular element. If you're standing in the rain, it makes far more sense, right? Okay, we wanted couching. I'd love to throw cushions and stuff, but I'm not one for mini blocks or heads to sit on. I've just never figured that part out. Okay. That would be funny as I'll get it if you can make couches out of magma blocks. Both can go there. But yeah. So if your machine is a bit long in the tooth, then definitely go for what works for your machine, because particularly your self-proof, I actually really quite like watching your streams. I find that, for myself at least, you've got what it takes when it comes to being able to be interesting on camera. I really do find that even when you're laughing about something because you're uncomfortable, clear that you're uncomfortable, but I find that you do seem to have a good vibe, a good roll with it. So I think that you've got what it takes to make that work. And so in some cases, I don't think you need as many of the, or need, not that anybody does, I don't think your stream would necessarily benefit from as many crutches as I've thrown in. I wanted couches, right? Yep. Let's go a bit of sideways work here, yeah. And let's see what an oak trapdoor would look like on the end. Yeah, that's not bad. I will take pictures and do things in a regular texture pack at some point. Probably fairly soon, just because I need to know what it would look like in a regular texture pack. Throw this one on there, like a side table. I know I can't put much on top of that, but yeah, I think I like the look of that. We're gonna do threes, part of it, and then now I need more trapdoors. At least I can get the couching part in. I'm going to try one on this side that might look a little different because I do it with... Oh, didn't bring the signs. Skippy, skippy. Okay. Wow. Hey, I wouldn't snow you. I mean, that's what snow's for, but no, I wouldn't tell you a lie. If you do really... To be honest, I think yours would be the VODs I'd be most interested in. Yeah, so... Ooh, that might be interesting as well. So I'm just taking a look. Okay, we've got some birch, we've got one oak trapdoor, I need more of those. That does need me to sleep. Well, you know, one of the things I found really interesting you can do is there are some apps, and particularly if you take a look around, there are some apps that just allow you to put a hotkey for a preset phrase. So, I mean, that allows you flexibility when it comes to creating custom commands. Not necessarily a shout-out per se, but if you have somebody who's chosen to volunteer mod, like Neon, for example, or Dirk or whatever, then, I mean, you could set a custom shoutout phrase hotkey for them. It just uses like an F key on your keyboard or a number pad or something. But those programs, once again, are standalone, right? The other thing that sometimes people I've seen do if they had a heavier load on their computer is you can set hotkeys within OBS to do various different things. And so one of the plugins I mentioned, which is very lightweight for OBS, is actually called Soundboard, and it just allows you to put a soundboard in your OBS rather than having to have separate keys or separate extensions. But if extensions from Twitch will manage what you want, I would say go that way. But where I'm going with this is that I've seen people do stuff like that and then use a hotkey to just pop up the user picture of the most common people that they're likely to shout out. And that allows people, or that allows them, correct me, to have an easy, quick way when they're swamped. You know, but it's the kind of thing that if you're interesting enough, then people will find you. Plus the other way around. I am very derpy today. Looking for. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. Let's go see what we can do with the pieces we got. So this first observation card, part of the reason I'm doing that first. Uh-oh. Can I get in? Nope, apparently not. Okay. I had a gazillion levers. Did I bring them with me? I think. No. No. Yes. For the time being. Oh, that's levers. This. There. Mandolin, even Gideon, if you do that. Glenn is door challenge. That'll work. Alright. I wanted to see how this would look. Couch in. That's not bad either, actually. On a white couch is a bit weird. Then we could go... There's the other end of the spectrum. Got the dark oak stairs we picked up. Yeah, I mean, if you're using it to change scenes, that actually is probably the best usage of it that I've seen. Now, can I do... Ooh. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't care. I think it won't let me. It won't, yeah. So let's see. This. Oh. Okay. I like the item frames in some cases, because it lets me put the furniture closer together. Which means that I could actually make a side table out of this one. Actually right next to the couching thing. If I was to do this, I should be able to, in theory, this. Yes. Okay. Things I didn't know before. There we go. Perks of being fine. Lines on this end. Let's go with the darker signs? No. Oh. Nope, don't like that. Too dark. Dark, too dark. There's this. Ooh, no, I don't want that. not for those. That's not what I brought them for. There we go. This. As long as I remember, anything I want to be next to furniture and have an arm has to be item frames, and I'm okay. And this one, the item frame looks like it matches, although it's very clear it doesn't. Yeah, well, it's funny actually, because I was doing the front of the train, and I turned it into a schematic. And then when I put the design, like schematic design, down so that I could actually build it, the item frames were there, but weirdly not the stuff in the item frames. And I don't know, surprise, sure. But yeah. But I know I can't put like a flower pot on this one. Because it's whatever that is. Yeah. It's sitting up one level, so yeah. Would be nice, but not gonna happen. At some point there will be just a pillar with a flower pot on top, I think. Okay. And I also have to make sure I've got a row for people to come down the middle. I'm not sure I'm liking the super dark couches though. At least not with the super bright sides. That might be one of those places where I have to try spruce, but knock these. And I just want to see if this would work, because I know it'll be great like when I finish if I do it. Yeah, okay. They look fine in this texture pack. They're going to look really odd in the other one, but I think it would be okay for this purpose. Because it's orange, but it doesn't come out quite so orange in this texture pack. And I can't remember which one I'm using. Might be the realistic one? Yeah, it looks like it's knitted, so realistic texture pack. Of Strata, I believe. Well, no, it's not called Strata, it's something with an S. Looking just one shake. As Dub Dynamite correctly pointed out, I have tried a whole bunch of texture packs, I have tried a whole bunch of shaders, and the unfortunate result of that... Stratum! There we go. And the unfortunate result of that is that I can never remember what I've got turned on at any one time, because there's different reasons to have different texture packs. I swapped out... The flooring here is going to get carpeted, but I swapped out a bunch of it underneath. I had used cyan terracotta for some stuff outside, like wheels and stuff, because in the default texture pack it actually looks red, not red, steel colored almost. But in the interior texture pack, it unfortunately, or not interior, sorry, the Stratum texture pack, it unfortunately looks like almost aqua. So using it for the purposes of a train set of wheels really failed. Like, didn't just fail, but failed hard. So, yeah, not so much. Oops. I don't want writing on there. I think, actually, why don't I try something else? Oh, you guys? Really? Rail inspectors have showed up. Yeah. The rail inspectors showed up and they don't like what I'm up to. That's tough. I want dark oak signs. I just have to find myself some oak planks and some sticks. This. Of logs, I want that. I know I've got them. Okay, here. Yeah. Carpet, where'd you go? One of my to-dos is to label my shulker boxes by recoloring them? Yes, thank you, that's the word. I just haven't got round to it. Hence the round to it required. Oh. The item frame hack is... I didn't even know I could do that, so I'm quite impressed by that. Not impressed myself, just impressed by the fact that that works. Okay. I had the sticks. There we go. Where did I put the sticks? Sign. Use sticks? Sure. Sure. Action galore. Signs, please. Oh. Hopefully you guys won't pick up extra sounds. Just looks like my fertilizer people are here from the... Not fertilizer, sorry, weed people are here from the lawn companies. Extra signs. But... becomes a junk drop. No. No. No, and snow. There we go. Okay, so I've got... Ah! Now sleep. One thing to have the rail inspectors, but I really don't need mobs as well. Curiosity's sake. Oh, no, I didn't look to see how lit up the carriage was from the inside. Night, that would have been cool. Oh, Ishtosh, go away. I'm inside, you can go away. Can't take away my permit, so you can just take a hike. I think actually on the dark couches, I think I like the lower arms with signs better than the outdoors. But I don't think we need white arms. So let's see, do I have the oak signs? Oak signs for dark couches. Yep. Oh no! Oops. Gosh, you silly people. Oh no! But I'm fairly certain, yeah, you can't put those things together, so you can't put tables and signs in the same spot. Put time for another flower pot hack, right? No, yeah. There we go. I really don't like the way this looks with the lighter couches, but I gotta figure out what to do. Dark and light works there, so maybe just go with the darker one and... oh, it's dark there. Dark here, I think. I know it's pretty pattern-based, but I'm thinking maybe if I just go with the darker stairs. Took you long enough. Don't need this and that. Actually, I do need to be shorter for that end of the train, so I'm just going to pull this one. My theory is when you come in, you need a little bit of space to figure out where you're at before you move further into the train. I do think I need to keep first the short ones. Go. Dark, light. Could have gone with longer couch. Long, short. Doesn't really matter which one's longer, which one's shorter. Longer. I'm gonna want a love seat at the end of that. Not love seat, sorry, a table at this end. This is another one of the situations where I would love to be able to put something flat inside. I mean, I can put a button, or I can put a... I can even put a button that looks like it's holding it on. But I don't really want to... or a block of some sort, but I don't really want to... Ooh. I don't know about that. How far can I hack this? Push it. Ooh. No, that's dumb. Buttons. Gosh, you crazy people. Not sure which is worse. Well, We screwed the arms on. Yay. Okay. Two tables down that side, so it's time for one with a on this side, but a little later. Couch, long couch, short couch time. Two. Buttons, so okay. Oh, no, dark. Guys, you are so noisy. Seriously, seriously noisy. Oh, I'm out of signs. Okay. Not signs, things. I have to go talk to my villager later. Okay, that's item frame, item frame. I wanted... Oh, I have a table there, okay. I'm just gonna throw some tables around and then decide what to do with the space in between. Oh, it's the end of the train, so I can put one further down. Okay. Wait, on the side. As I can do it, why don't I squish the ones with the frames? That'll be frames. Frame on this side. Thank. Super long coach. Offset everybody. 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move this. I can't. 2 item frames. Got table down here. Not here. Item frames, I don't want item frames all the way along. Don't think. It's a train. I'm changing my mind. It's a train. Well, this one. Well, this one. We're too long. I'm just gonna go to double seats. This one. That one. Start with a table. Yeah. An item frame there, so I'm going to put a table here. Oh, no, don't need tables everywhere. Every second one I was going to put a table. Here. Not here. This one. Not there. That one there. 2. I'm gonna overuse the table hack, I think. Item frame hack, because I also realized that will allow me a different opportunity as well in the dining car. If I use these with slabs as my seats, then I can actually probably put 2 seats back to back, a little closer together than you would if you were using signs or, yeah, the thing, whatever you call it. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go take care of those guys because they're just driving me a little bit bananas. With my lovers. Great. Didn't bring milk. Fantastic. Go away. First, just in case. I mean, I guess they livened up the party, but they're a little noisy. Mr. Quieter. I really don't want to tag this last guy because, technically I'm in a village. So I really don't want to raid. Oh, yeah. Not high on my list. Okay. I guess he's quieter and there's just one of them. I'm just about done for the day anyways, so we'll have... Can I get another one in here? That's the opening skip. Nope. Offset the couch, table. This. You're in the wrong spot. So I'm gonna go with the item frames all the way along, I think. Just for something a little different. We've never done that before. Let's go. Oh, that. Shush. Seriously, buddy. Shush. Okay. 1, 2. This guy comes out, and you're not going to be light. You're not going to be dark, you're going to be light. Yeah, I think I like that. And we can go rails every second, because the train cars won't be totally random in real life. There. Yep. Light again. Not how it would have really been done, but it'll work for my train. Because although I found layouts for the sleeper cars, I did not find layouts for the oh, and I found layouts for the dining cars. I just did not find a layout for the and besides Minecraft, like in Minecraft, nothing ever seems to fit the way you want it to. Okay, so dark, light, dark, light. There. Gotta be dark though. Dark. Light. Yeah, that really works. Ooh. Gave me an idea, actually. I'm just gonna borrow one of these for a second. I wonder, I don't think I can, but I wonder what happens if I do this. Nope, doesn't let me. Nope. I was wondering if I could put it on the end of the table and then stick things in there as a way of forcing stuff on, but no, that's not gonna work. The table, table. Yep, table. Wrong. Yep. Table. I'm gonna skip anyway. Dark. Table. Light. Ooh. Thought I could do that. Dark. Then I can put a plant pot or something on this one. I don't have the plant pots and stuff, but now what does this look like? Birch trap door. Goofy at the moment. Oh, don't like that. See, oak has holes in it permanently. Dark oak won't always have holes, but they look weird. Fishes always have holes. Birch don't always have holes, but they're too light. Truthfully, I really want spruce, but I don't have that one. Put the pressure plates for now, because we are just about done for the day. World Central. Once again, Fantastic Shock Fox had not got me out of bed this morning, I would have missed stream, and then I would have been really grouchy all day long. As weird as it is, the technical challenge of doing these streams is something that I really quite enjoy. So missing them is very much not on my good part of the day if I miss a stream. So yeah, I don't want to be doing that. Canceling a stream because something has come up is a whole different situation. I wouldn't necessarily have as much hang up about that. Gosh. Okay, and then button. That one actually might be kind of fun to reverse it. Is a little bit more pizzazz, but maybe not. Oh, that's that. I think slabs stick out if I remember correctly. Yeah, they do. That would look weird. Like if you just put handles on your couch. What else can I do? It's a little peek. I don't think I've ever done this. I don't think it would actually look good. No. I'm wondering with the open and close ability of a trapdoor if you could actually like make it close in there, but no. Nope. Alrighty, so then blue with the lovely red down the center. Truthfully, it probably should be like yellow for the blue and gold theme of the company colors, but I really don't like the look of that. White makes me think there's going to be, as a train moves, it would make me think there's a lot of mud. Okay, I'm going to steal this one for another. So it's calling more. Fantastic. How many can you get in here? I'm just idly curious. Nope. The fence post does not allow you to put one on the floor. Boxing them in is kind of neat, though. You could maybe put... That's corny. Very, very corny. Anyway, I'm goofing around here. So, being it's Thursday, I don't think I'm going to be streaming on Sunday. It's possible, but at this point in the game, probably pretty unlikely because I believe it belongs to... The slot is good for someone else in Dadcraft's server crew to be doing their stream. And I actually got quite a kick out of watching last night rather than streaming. Aside from being late due to soccer. Yeah. The box table works. You like that? Okay, so if I was to... Something like... Actually, I got a couple of options on that one. So, I don't think I'll be streaming on Sunday. It's not part of my regular schedule, but you never know. I mean, there's the golden logo on the front of the train for like the Simple and Orient Express. It's kind of funny. I'm just kind of curious, can I? No. Never tried putting something on the back of an item frame just to see if I could. But no, you can't. There, if I put a vertical, that'll work. Yeah, so otherwise I will be back doing probably more train decoration. Hopefully I've tried out a few items in creative. No promises on that because I'm still trying to fill the bookshop, as you can see. So Oh. News. Okay, well. Didn't know you could do that either. You now not see me through there, so go away. Are we here? So I will be back on Tuesday doing more decoration of the train and probably some more book drop-offs. But other than that, I guess we're just going to see if there's anybody interesting online. Or not interesting, if there's anybody to raid at this point. Got. Well, not quite noon, so I'm just going to be honest and stall for a few more minutes. How many more of these guys do we have? Where's the two? I can't see whether or not they're the captains when I do that. Let's zoom in. Yeah, so I can see that I've got... They're just bugging me, but I can't see whether or not they're the captains, and I really don't want to shoot that captain. At least until I get off the train enough to get... Oh, go away. At least until I get milk, because then I can make the issue go away instantly. Where's your head? Uh-oh, that's risky. Yep, I did exactly what I didn't want to do. Yep, definitely. Oops! That's a good squirrel as well. You found that I got the new sounds. Squirrel! Alright, so hopefully we'll have better plans and a whole bunch more of these item frames that we can box everything in. I don't think I've ever used so many item frames before, but I think it might be kind of fun. And then we can go for the larger trapdoors style tables for the next room. And I'll do a little bit of play with that one to see what we can do. I mean, the other thing we can also do is stairs back to back of varying types. So yeah, and that would work as well. Just leave gaps in between with the stairs. So yeah, got some ideas that we can start working on for the dining tables. We'll see how it works with the lights. Those actually aren't that bad. Though now that I've got everything in and it's a little bit lower, I might actually switch it out to hanging lights, but I'll try that a little bit off camera just so I know what I want to do when I come in on Tuesday. But yeah, so I guess I've already caused a problem. Let's just go take out these morons as a final finish to the episode. I think. This. I've turned on a pager button, and I don't know what it does. So, mildly amused to find out. But it's counting something, and I don't know why it's counting something. Okay, you two, where'd you go? I can hear you. Oh, come here. In your face. Goodbye. I don't seem to have bad omens, so I'm wondering if the other guy either despawned or just the flame on the arrows took him out. It's quiet now. Yay! Okay. So, this is where our train is. And this is probably where I'll leave you with an arrow in my behind. Yeah. An arrow in my behind for the day. Oh, whoops. And let's see who do we... I think that we've got, let's see, I'm looking at Groova Guy or Zloy or Cupcake, and I think I'm going to go with Groova. So first things first, thank you very much for coming by, and I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you very, very soon. Yeah, and enjoy your weekend. Oops. And we're off to the...
Mischief managed.
Lakers.